Alright, attempt 2. It's not in slow-mo this time. Uh, so, basically, getting into the car, I kind of pull up my chair next to the car, and I'm not like pulling up all the way forward, so I'm like up against the door. I'm like leaving a bit of room, I guess. And basically, scoop forward towards like the closest corner of the chair, and basically I get one leg off, like the closer leg to the car, and it's not important that you do that. I just do it, I guess. I mean, I can do it without. Doesn't matter. You can do it or not do it. Doesn't really make a difference. But I usually just do it. I don't know if it's habit, but basically you get one leg, and important thing, one hand on like your chair, maybe the door if it works better, but one hand like on your chair and one hand on like the car seat. I usually have my hand on like the front left corner of the car seat, at least getting into the driver's side. And basically push up and rotate your butt into the car in like a quick motion. It's a lot easier if you do it faster. So basically lift up, just swing your butt into the car. And so that's basically getting into the car. You just get your legs in after that. But I'm gonna start my car just so I have AC. But basically, getting the chair into the car. First things first. At least in this car and this chair, I take my cushion off of my chair and stick it on the dashboard, just temporarily, so that I can fold the seat of my chair down, like the backrest down, and not have any problems with that. But after you get the seat off, I unlock the brakes to my chair and basically rotate it around so that the back of the chair is facing the car door, like the car. And from here, I knock the backrest down. And I just figured this out like not too long ago, is that I can basically grab the axle, like the bar that like goes between the wheels, and just lift it up and then balance my chair on like the foot plate. And then that allows like both the wheels to spin freely, and I can just get the wheels off like right like this. And basically pop the wheel off. I stick it in the back seat. You can also kind of stick it on the floor of the passenger seat if you want. Doesn't really matter. But yeah. And then get both the wheels off, and then you can kind of set your wheelchair on like the frame of the car, or at least that's what I do. But yeah, and you stick your other wheel in the back or on the floor of the passenger seat, whatever. And then from here, all that's left is the frame to get in. And there's a bar at the bottom of my wheelchair that I basically grab and pick up. It's like right and there. But this allows me to kind of have the frame like just go rotate around me, and I can stick it in the passenger seat. And it's easier to stick it in the passenger seat if the passenger seat is leaned back a little bit. And so if there's no one else that's riding with me, I'll have the passenger seat leaned back. But if there is someone else, I'll usually have them put my frame in the trunk, and then they can just sit in the passenger seat. But yeah, and then I put the cushion on top of my frame in the passenger seat, and then there's nothing on the dashboard. Is that a scratch? My car is scraped a little bit, but whatever. I don't think that's from today. And then getting out is just the reverse of everything I just did. You put the cushion back up there. You take the frame and you kind of rotate it around your body down onto the ground and get it balancing on the foot plate. Reach back and grab a wheel. And put the wheel on. Get the other wheel. I don't have a perfectly set system for this yet, but the general idea, basically get the other wheel on. Ugh. Go in. There we go. So now you got both wheels on. Basically get the wheelchair all on the floor flat, the ground probably, not the floor. Then I rotate the chair around, and for a lot of these steps I'm grabbing onto the handlebar for support so that I don't like fall out of the car trying to do like stuff. And yeah, so then I put the brakes on, get the seat back up, and put the cushion on. Alright, now basically to get out of the car, it's the opposite of getting in. You want to get both of your legs out of the car before you transfer, because then you could probably do it with them in the car. I don't know, I think it's easier to get both your legs out of the car. Scoot towards the edge of the seat, so you're like barely on the car seat anymore. Get your one hand on like the far corner of your wheelchair, and the other hand on the car seat, like right behind you. And it's like the same, like basically quick rotate, like push up and rotate your butt onto the wheelchair. So then basically like that. And yeah, that's basically how you get in and out, at least of this car. I don't know, obviously for you it'll be different, at least a little bit, like different car, different chair, whatever, but general ideas, you know, yeah.